I suppose my overriding message is not so much about money as it is about emotion, about relationships, about the perilous state, not perilous, but vulnerable state, this age group, of which I am a member, that we find ourselves in. We are dealing with final issues. Now, we may be many, many years from death, I hope I am, but we're smelling it, we're sensing it. We're sort of in the, third of our lives. And that brings up some wonderful things, but it also brings up some fears. And that's where you can have a profound impact, because one of the big fears people have as they get older is around their financial state. And so you are uniquely equipped to help them there, but you can also, as I said, not just look at the numbers, but address their vulnerability. Not by saying, oh, you feel so vulnerable, that would make them feel nervous, but just by being there, you see. I mean, one of my favorite bits of advice is never worry alone. And when they have you, they don't have to worry alone. And some of their most pressing concerns are going to be around financial issues, inheritance issues, estate issues. They can share those worries, but they can also share their story, feel known, feel understood. And that makes a tremendous difference in terms of their desire to work with you, their ability to work with you, and their tendency to follow through. Money often comes to represent security, if not immortality. You can't take it with you, but a lot of people think they can, so they want to make sure they have plenty, if not to take, at least to leave behind. And then they can start suddenly becoming greedy, or they can become hoarders, or they can become manipulators, trying to control their friends and relatives through promises of inheritance or denials of inheritance. And all this kind of swirling emotion gets going around money. And if you, as the financial advisor, can kind of be the sane person in the room and sort of sort it out and say, Joe, it sounds to me like you're confusing money with love. Let's talk about who you love and who you don't love. Don't make King Lear's mistake. King Lear divided his kingdom and threw out the daughter who told him the truth, said, you're not perfect, and doted on the two daughters who were using him and saying he was perfect. And that began the tragedy of maybe the greatest tragedy ever written. A lot of people, as they get older, do that around money. They reward the relative who's sucking up to them, and they punish financially the relative who's telling them the truth. Particularly with people who have means, they are surrounded by people who want to suck up to them, who are angling for a piece of the pie. And what they really need are the people who are willing to tell them the truth. So try to separate money from love, money from security, money from power. It comes to mean all those things. And work with your client to help him or her see money as money. What do you want to do with it while you still have control over it? And there are some things money cannot do for you. For example, money cannot make you immortal. It can make you remembered, but it cannot make you immortal. You are going to die. And that's a good thing, at least as of now. Maybe 100 years, maybe we'll never die. But as of now, medical science has not advanced that far. So we're going to die. And it's the financial advisor, if you can see this person talking as if he were going to be immortal, you might remind him, you're going to die. So with that in mind, let's make plans.